Hello everyone, this is Sam from Remax as well as SaberiSixRealEstate. I finally get to make another video again. This is like my 5th attempt at this video, and I have a stand, as you see. I'm not using my hands anymore, and the stand comes with a ring light. So I've been recording this video, or trying to record this video for an hour now, and the light has been just blinding me. So this is the last attempt at this video because I don't think I'll be able to see my family again after this video. Anyways, joking aside, this video is going to be about 5 things which landlords cannot do. We're speaking legally. The things I'm about to list are illegal for landlords to do. Now, what is important to know is that these activities or actions that I'm about to list only apply to Ontario, Canada. Maybe not even Toronto, in Ontario, Canada, right? So the rules and regulations regarding landlord and tenant relations, that is tenancy law, residential law, might be and most likely is different if you're in a different country. So I'm gonna list the 5 things that are illegal for landlords to do. But before I do that, a couple of things. Please subscribe, comment, and ring the bell, even if you think this video sucks. I say that every video. If you have a problem with one of my things, leave a comment, give me a thumbs down. I made a similar video about tenants in the past. I forgot the exact title, but it's listing the top 5 things every homeowner should know about renting their house. 5 things to know about tenants and all that. So go watch that video as well if you like this video. So starting with number 5, and this list is in no kind of order, it's just 5 things, you know, it's not most important to least important. But number 5 is know that it's illegal for landlords to request, and say it is necessary for you, the tenant, to provide post-dated checks. Now, post-dated checks, if you're not familiar with them, they're just basically a check with a date on them, and the check cannot be deposited at a bank account until that date, right? So let's say you start renting a house on the 1st of November. The landlord may ask you, hey, can I have a post-dated check for December 1st, January 1st, February 1st? And if you were to provide them with those post-dated checks, they would be only able to deposit those checks at their bank account or cash them in either way on the date written on those checks, right? So this is illegal. Most people don't know this. Landlords cannot request or require post-dated checks. Now, it is important to note that they can ask for post-dated checks. They can say, hey, if you can provide some sort of post-dated check, that would be great. But as a matter of transactional ethics, they cannot say, hey, if you do not provide me with post-dated checks, I cannot rent you out this unit. If you ever come across that, if a landlord ever says that to you, just know that they're not being very ethical, number 1. Number 2, it's not legal. Number 4 is somewhat similar to number 5, which is landlords cannot require you to get tenants insurance. Now, tenants insurance is an insurance that is sometimes referred to as content insurance. Basically, what it is insurance that covers your personal property, right? So you can see from the landlord side why they might want to request such a thing, because they pay insurance on the building, on the actual structure. However, their insurance does not cover your personal property, right? So if you have a couch or a TV or, I don't know, a table or a treadmill or a child, no, I'm joking. But any personal property, their property insurance, the insurance they pay on the actual structure, the building, the brick and mortar, does not cover your personal objects, right? So if there was to be a fire, they're afraid that, hey, or a theft, they're afraid that, hey, you might say, can you pay for my, the recovery costs for my personal items, right? And that's what tenants insurance is, right? Or content insurance, if you've heard that term. It's just insurance that protects your personal property against theft and any sort of damage from a fire of some kind, right? And most landlords want such insurance because, as I said, it provides them ease of mind. But once again, with post-dated checks, they can only politely ask and say, it would be great if you do this, if you provide us with such insurance, but they cannot cancel the transaction. All right, so number 3, landlords cannot change the locks on tenants. It is illegal for landlords to change the locks on tenants. So simply put, number 3, we can say it's illegal for landlords to change the locks and lock out their tenants as a consequence of the tenants owing the landlord money, or rather the tenants have defaulted on rent, and as a recourse, it is illegal for landlords to change the locks and lock them out. Funny enough, commercial tenancy, the rules are a bit different. A commercial landlord is able to do that with a number of caveats, obviously. Like there has to be a duration of time that passes after default, right? But residential tenancy, the landlord never has the right to do such a thing. All right, number 2 on this list. The landlord cannot request or require or even ask for a deposit exceeding first and last month's rent. Now, typically landlords ask for first and last, and as they should. I think it's just a fair request. It's a deposit. And I've talked about what deposits are in relation to purchasing houses, but it's just like, you know, the purchase of a home. When you're renting a house, they ask for a deposit so they know you're serious about the transaction and you have some equity in it as well, right? However, a lot of landlords, what they often do is they might say, hey, is there a way you can pay with more than first and last? Perhaps 4 months upfront, 5, 6, 7, up to a year upfront. And it's funny enough, not just landlords who would go down that route. Many tenants, if they have poor credit, for instance, may want to say, hey, you know what, I have poor credit, my employment's not good, so most likely a landlord will not rent to me if I just give first and last, because they might be liable, because they might be worried that I won't pay rent. So what I will do is just give the whole year up front. What I'm trying to basically say is paying more than first and last, paying perhaps half a year or the whole year up front, doesn't always necessarily come from the landlord side. Sometimes it comes from the tenant side. The tenant wants to do that as well. Well, regardless of who wants to do that, it's illegal. You can't give as a deposit rent amount exceeding first and last. You can't. So the last one on this list, number 1, it is illegal for your landlord to not provide you with vital and essential services. What does that mean? It's easy. It's pretty much illegal for your landlord to shut off the gas, electricity, or water. They have to provide you with these services, regardless of who agreed to pay for what, or they just want to be cheap and save, or you promised to pay for the heat but you did it, so they want to punish you, so they turn off the gas until you pay for the heat. It doesn't matter at all. It's absolutely illegal for them to do such a thing. They have to provide you with such services. All right, so that's the list. At this point, I've been looking at this light for a long time. I can barely see anymore. I hope I regain my vision. And yeah, that's it. As always, please subscribe, comment, rate, review, kiss your mom on the cheeks, tell her you love her, and yeah, stay in touch.